I am Dr. Dreame. And I am an imagination mover. And as this imagination mover, I'd like to take everyone's collective imaginations and put them in the body of another being in another universe. And now that you're in this other universe, you're driving a really hot-looking sports car along the highway. And you're along the highway in the middle of the desert early in the evening, and you see a luminescent green light ahead of you, off to the right in the distance, and it's moving across the sky. And it's moving from right to left, and it goes off into the left, into the near distance, and just kind of lands there, and a beacon of bright green light comes forth. And so you pull off the highway, and you go towards this green light, and you're now on an old country road, a dirt road. It's so old, and you pull off and get out of the car, and you walk up. And it's glowing. And then you see something opening up, a portal, and it looks like a slide emerging. It's coming down and touching the earth. And then you see a bright green luminescent turd coming down this slide. And it comes towards you, and you're not sure what to make of it. And it takes hold of your mind, and you find yourself going over and unlocking your trunk, the trunk of your car. And you pick this large green turd up and put it in the trunk of your car and shut the door. And then you drive off. And then you come to a small bar off to the side of the road, and you pull off next to it and get out. And you walk in. And you walk up to the bar, and there's people sitting around it, and you sit next to some young hip there, start telling them this story that you've just experienced. He said, "I don't believe you, mister. I think you're full of shit." And you tell him, if you don't believe that, if he doesn't believe you, to follow you out, and he does. And so you go out, and you go up to your trunk and pop the trunk. I don't see it. Wait a minute, hold on. And you push him into the trunk, and suddenly the big green turd opens up on one side, has a huge mouth, and just eats him in one go. And you shut the trunk. And you go back into the bar. This time you sit down next to an old lady on a walker, and you tell her the story, and she said, "You are so full of shit, young man. I can't believe you at all." And you say to follow you, so she follows you. "All right, you damn fool." Oh, and then you pop the trunk. And she's like, "I can't look." And you push her in, and oh my God! it devours her. You shut the trunk. And you go back into the bar. The thing's still hungry. And you sit next to a beautiful young woman, and she says,
I don't believe you. No, I just, no, go away. Get away from me.
and you say, you just tell her it's true, it's true. And so she's,
all right, okay, go.
So you go out of the bar, and you go and pop the trunk.
I don't see anything. Oh, there it is.
And just as it's about to eat her, all of a sudden, her beautiful mouth becomes extremely large, and she swallows this giant living turd in one big gulp. And then she turns around and smiles at you.
They are so tasty. You know, on the planet that I come from, we have those as appetizers all the time.
And you just look at her.
You know, this thing probably ate my ride. So, can I borrow your keys? Thank you.
And she gets in the car and drives off. And you're very confused.